Good Thursday morning, beautiful people. Welcome to the start of another weekend reading vlog. If you want to know why my weekend starts on a Thursday, go watch the last one. Go watch the last one. So it is like 10:30 in the morning. I did have a bit of a sleep in because last night I felt so nauseous. I woke up at 4 a.m. like desperately needing to relieve myself of some of the things that were making me feel nauseous, and like nothing came up. So I was like, I guess I'll just try and go to sleep through this nausea. Anyway, so I did sleep in a little bit. So I've got some plans today. My first thing I want to do is I want to go to Starbucks with my brother, because as an Australian, I have never experienced pumpkin spice, right? Like I've never experienced a pumpkin spice latte. Not sure if you guys can tell, but I am the most basic white girl ever. I am such a basic bitch. And recently me and my brother were watching Hunter rate a bunch of different pumpkin spices, Papa Meat for those who don't know, and it was just such a good video. It was just so funny. And when I found out that there was going to be pumpkin spice season in Australia for Starbucks this year, I told my brother, I'm like, we need to go. And September 1st, which was Monday, is when they released the pumpkin spice. So I want to go to Starbucks. I want to get a pumpkin spice drink of some sort. I thought I wanted to get a frappuccino. I think maybe I might just get a latte because it is like a little bit chilly this morning. They also have pumpkin spice scrolls, which I want to try one of those as well, probably. So I need to wait for my brother to wake up. I'm not sure if he's awake or not, but I'll just let him like do his thing for a bit. So I want to do that today. I think I'm going to go to Kmart and pick up the book that I think my book club has settled on for this month. This month, which is September, my book club organizer, she had a jar of recommendations that we all wrote down at our last meeting, and she filmed a video of her pulling out one of the recommendations, and this recommendation actually had 3 books on it. So it had The Beautiful Women, which is an Australian historical, The Picnic at Hanging Rock, which is an Australian historical, or The Wedding People by Alison Epoch, I think is her name. And I'm like, fingers crossed. I do not want to read an Australian historical. I do not typically like Australian fiction, first of all. I also don't like historical fiction. So if it is The Picnic at Hanging Rock or The Beautiful Women, The Beautiful Butterflies? The Butterfly Women. I don't know. I'm not going to be that interested in reading it. Like, I'll give anything a shot, but I'm probably not going to enjoy either of those. Luckily, it looks like the vote is swinging towards The Wedding People. I think right now it's 11-7. So I'm hoping The Wedding People wins. I think, stupidly, maybe preemptively going to purchase The Wedding People from Kmart today on the way home from Starbucks. That is my plan. So that is my morning plans. Then me and my brother are planning on watching something and having lunch together. Probably, I think, maybe a Creepcast episode or some Papa Meat videos. Not too sure, but that is a lunch plan. And then around 4 o'clock this afternoon, my mum is going to come pick me up after work, and we're going to go to TK Maxx because, like, it is the start of spooky season. Spotlight had a bunch of Halloween stuff the other day, apparently, so I want to go to TK Maxx and I want to see what spook season candles, shelf decor, kitchen accessories and utensils they have. So I'm doing that this afternoon. Can I afford it? No. Did I think about that when I asked my mom to go with me? Also no. So we're just gonna have to use my flexible friend, my credit card, and hope for the best. Let's talk books, because that is probably what you guys are here for. So I am currently reading Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. So I'm 65 pages into this book. You guys would have missed it on Sunday evening. I don't know if I included it in the last weekend vlog. Sunday evening, I read the entirety of Better Than the Movies. I mean, I started the book and I sat there and I didn't get up until I finished the book. And I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It was just as good, just as cute, just as like heart squishy as it was the first time I read it. So loved it, was happy with it. Then my Monday to Wednesday was a little bit, as my queen of moderation would say, a little bit hecticana. Monday I had work. I got home from work and I was just like a little bit exhausted. I didn't really want to do anything. Tuesday I had work, and then I had a side hustle after work, and then after I finished the side hustle I literally got home, had a shower, and then went to trivia. And then yesterday I got home from work and I was so like happy for the week to be over that I just watched YouTube videos and vegged out. And I did finish my cross stitch, which I will show you at some point, probably. So last night was like, but last night I did start Nothing Like the Movies. I read 65 pages. So this is a sequel to Better Than the Movies. This actually has a time skip though, which I didn't realize. I thought that the end of the first book is like probably halfway through their senior year and at high school, and I thought that this would pick up freshman year of college. Alas, it does not. So that kind of threw me off. I think that Lynn Painter has written the characters consistently, like there is continuity, but they are slightly different because they're older. Either way, I'm still enjoying this. I don't really want to spoil much in this book, especially if you haven't read the first one. Like, I don't want to tell you about the second, but all I'm going to say is men be acting like men out here, like in the year of our Lord 2025. Why some male characters are still doing the whole like, it's better for her if we're not together, like I'm gonna break up with her because I don't want to hurt her anymore. How about you let her make that decision, good friend? That's the only thing that's really annoyed me so far, is that Wes has like this self-sacrificing martyr bullshit going on, which really annoys me. But we're pushing through. The last chapter really, like, it didn't change my view of Wes as a character. Actually, it did a little bit. It changed my view of him as a character. I loved him in the first book. He could do no wrong. He was pure cinnamon roll energy with like a tiny like hint of sass queen. This one, he just... Wes, you're being a little bit pathetic, and if you were a real person, I would not entertain you for more than like 10 seconds. But I am still enjoying it, which is weird to say. I'm still enjoying it. So I'm going to try and read more of this today. My other reading plans for this weekend, keep in mind, Saturday night, like, I will not get any reading done because I'm going to go see Troy. It is a play. I'm seeing it at the Malthouse Theatre. I'm very fucking excited. So I'm not going to be reading anything on Saturday evening. But despite that... I want to reread The Long Walk this weekend. I did not realize that The Long Walk movie comes out in September, which is crazy. I have not seen any hype for the movie. I saw the singular trailer 2 weeks ago, and I have not seen anything else about it since. So I thought maybe it was like a November, December release. No, this comes out in September. It comes out this month. So there is no time like the present. I have an audiobook at the ready. I think I will reread this book this weekend. That is a plan. That is a goal. And I did a thing, guys. I did a thing. I don't remember exactly what I said in my last vlog, but I know that I definitely mentioned the Chloe Walsh series that Aoife at my book club was like singing praises for. And I remember telling you guys possibly that I had borrowed the audiobook from the library, maybe, and that I was going to give it a shot at some point, maybe. Yeah, well, now I definitely have to give it a shot because I ended up buying the book. Why? It is so thick, guys. It is like a brick. Like, I could take someone out with this book. Yeah, this is a chunky book. It is like 801 pages. So it's 800 pages. And you know what's sad? I actually don't know anything about this book. I think it's like really popular sports guy and new girl who is relentlessly bullied get together, possibly. I think that might be the story here. I'm gonna regret saying this out loud. I might try and read this weekend, but like, does that make sense? I'm very logical, and I don't know if it makes sense to me to try and read this book this weekend when I don't want to have to continue the series this month, because I'm going to have other reading plans, surely. Oh, now I don't know. This is a TBD, to be decided. I haven't decided yet, so maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I definitely want to read The Long Walk because I do want to see it when it comes out. And I want to see it with so many people. Like, I want to force everyone in my life to watch with me, that it's gotten to the point where, like, I asked my mom to see it, I asked my brother to come see it, I asked Bob to come see it, and I'm like, we're not all going to go see it together. Unless I love it and see it multiple times, it's just logistically not possible, so I think I might be seeing it by myself. But then who am I going to have to be like, oh my god, they changed this? I don't know, man. I'm going to go see if my brother's awake. I'm going to go suss out the Starbucks situation. and then I will try and keep you updated if anything else happens today. So guys, here's the completed cross stitch. Now it is very, very wrinkled because I did give it just a light wash yesterday because there was a little bit of staining from the embroidery hoop that I used when I was doing it. So there was a bit of staining. So I did a light soap wash in my bathroom sink last night, but once it is fully dry, I am going to iron it, and then I'm going to frame it, and then I'm going to hide it from my mother until December, because this is not going to be a I finished it, here it is. This took me 2 years to finish. So she's definitely, it's going to be a Christmas present, because like, I mean, look how small these stitches are. They're so fucking tiny. I can't believe it. I actually fucking finished it though. Anyway, so that is the cross stitch situation. Friends, today did not go how I thought today was going to go. So I didn't go get Starbucks today because when I did eventually open my brother's door, he was like, not today. So we are doing that tomorrow. Instead, I went to TK Maxx with my parents, which is, I think, is it TJ Maxx in America? TK Maxx here. So I went to TK Maxx and I will show you the things I got from there. Came home, good vibes, had dinner, decided to quickly go to Kmart to buy the book that I think has won the vote for my book club. And also picked up a book that I bought from Facebook Marketplace. This is just like a whole section, like nothing of interest happened apart from the things that I picked up. So the first thing I picked up, which I'm not even going to bother showing you, is a nail mucus serum for my face. I just had a shower, just washed my skin, just used it. We are looking like a little bit glowy, but I don't think we're looking super oily, which is good. I have always had severe acne, like, and though I don't have like lots of acne right now, I have got like a lot of scarred skin from the times that I've like picked at my skin and stuff. And I don't know, I used to be so self-conscious about my acne, but now I'm like, if I have a breakout, I have a breakout. Like, I actually don't give a fuck. But I am trying to take a little bit more care of my skin because, you know, I am almost 30. God, that is not a fun thing to say out loud. Anyway, so I used to just wash my face with like an easy, like, soft daily cleanser in the shower. Once a week I use a more severe exfoliator, just one day a week, to kind of like really get into my skin, which I've heard is not good for you, but I do it because it makes me feel good, makes my skin look the way I want it to. And that was it. Occasionally I then started using pimple patches. I don't know if they're actually like good or bad based on like science, but I use them because it at least covers the pimple, so I'm not constantly picking at it. So I started doing that. Then I started getting really dry right at the top of my forehead and in like these little sections here. Like, my skin was just randomly getting dry. I don't know if it was because like it's winter, it's windy, it's cold, I don't know. But then I was like, holy shit, maybe I need to start moisturizing. Now, I typically have very oily skin, so I've never needed to moisturize and I've never wanted to moisturize, but getting those little like dry patches, I was like, oh shit, maybe I should moisturize. So at this point I was doing just like my in-shower cleanser, occasionally pimple patches, occasionally moisturizer. Then I decided to bring in a toner. I used to tone all the time. I don't know why I stopped. I don't know if I just ran out of toner or I couldn't see that it was making an active difference in my skin, so I just like stopped doing it. But I found this cute like tub of like face pads that are already soaked with toner, so I don't need to like, it's just there. It's easy, it's convenient. I saw it at the chemist, I picked it up and I was like, we'll see if this works. If it doesn't, like, who fucking cares? So now I, in my daily shower, use a very gentle cleanser. One day a week, I will use a heavier exfoliator, okay? Then I get out of the shower, then I tone, then I pimple patch, then I moisturize. But then today at TK Maxx, I saw something. I saw a Korean facial care product that is the snail mucus serum thing, which, like, I don't know, man, I've had a lot of people say that nail mucus is the way to go for skincare. So I took a leap of faith. I purchased the snail mucus. So I just washed my face with my heavy exfoliator that really gets into the nitty gritties. My cat wants to come into my room. Give me 2 seconds. So guys, this is Oliver. You would have met him in my last weekend vlog. He acts like he hates me, right? But then, look at the camera. But then he will sit outside my door and meow and scratch and be so naughty. And right now, because I'm not paying attention to him, he will keep meowing. So if that's going to annoy you, sorry. Hi, my boyfriend. Hello, boyfriend. He's my boyfriend. He's a very clingy boyfriend. I love you so much. I love you so much. So I took a leap of faith and I'm trying the mucus. Other things I purchased at TK Maxx that I have already like put around my house. I bought some Frankenstein hand towels for the bathroom. And I also got some pumpkin-y tea towels for the kitchen because it is almost Halloween. Well, not really, but it's like spook season is coming up. Are you alright, buddy? I love you. And I bought a seasonal mug. And I've got too many mugs. And I know that I shouldn't have done it. But I was like, fuck it. I love... You can smell the mucus on my hands. That's so funny. I love my pumpkin mug that I got from Kmart a few Halloweens ago. So I'm okay. Like, even if it is a seasonal mug, I'm going to use it all the time. So I don't care. I don't care. I also bought a Rocky Horror themed lip kit. It was a Frankenfurter themed lip liner and lipstick. But to my surprise, can you try not to sleep on my new clothes? Love you, Bobby. I love you, Bobby. The lip liner was very pink. The actual lipstick was like the right red, I think, for Frankenfurter, but the actual lip liner was a really, really hot pink. And I was like, I thought it would be black for some reason. I thought it would be like a vampy lip, like a black lip liner and then a red lipstick. It was not that at all. So and my mom's like, oh, it's so smooth. I like the formula. And I was like, you can have it. Ollie, you can't. What are you doing? Did you just yawn mid-meow? I don't know what to do with this. Like, my silly cat is gonna knock some shit over. I don't think that's gonna stay. I see you. You're being very cute. You're being very cute. From the same... Sorry, it's from Mad Beauty is the brand. But I guess from the same collection, I also got the lip balm collection. So the Rocky Horror Show collection. So we have got a Riff Raff, Frankenfurter, Janet, and Brad lip balm collection in apple, cherry, vanilla, and strawberry. So could be shit. I don't know. I just thought it was like cute. It's a gimmick that I will fall for happily. I also... I think I mentioned, no, I didn't mention, I also purchased pimple patches because I'm almost out of the ones that I use. So I decided to get some pimple patches like invisible, non-drying, drug-free, tea tree, plus Zika, plus salicylic acid. Which I'm cool with that. I don't know, I find all pimple patches basically work the same for me. I also purchased Scary Movie Trivia. This is honestly not going to be like a game I play with anyone. This is just for me. I want to see how many of these 200 trivia questions I can get right. Oh no, 100 questions. It's meant to be a 2-player game. Maybe I'll play with my mum, because it says it's 2-player. Maybe we'll just go back and forth. And whoever gets 51 first wins, you know? Is that how math works? I think so. So yeah, I thought that's cute, especially for spooky season. Then I bought some eyelash glue. So it's Eyelaw London 18-hour lash glue, black finish, quick drying, botanically infused, cruelty free. I recently purchased, which I put away now, great, some eyelashes, and I wanted to try them as soon as I got them, and I was like, I can't, because they didn't come with glue, and I don't have eyelash glue just hanging around in my house. So purchased some eyelash glue. Still haven't tried the eyelashes. It'll be interesting. I also got a candle. I got 2 candles, but this candle is from DW Home, which I think is a brand that's like, must be in cahoots with TK Maxx. It was $13. I haven't taken the sticker off quite yet because I'm lazy, but it fully smells. So the scent is sour gummy. It literally smells like when you open a bag of sour gummy worms. It is crazy how similar this smells to actual gummy worms. So I bought it and I was like, no regrets. I do hate the TK Maxx stickers are all like segmented. Like you can never get them off in one clean pull because like that's just not how they're made. I'm going to take the sticker off because it's annoying me. I got the sticker off. So yes, I purchased that one. The other one I got, now I don't know why this came up on Facebook for me from the American, I think it's TJ Maxx. It came up on TJ Maxx and I was like, well, that's just really unfortunate because this candle is so iconic, so cute, and I doubt it's going to come to Australian TK Maxx's. Like, I was like, you know what? The actual brand, which is Goodies by DW Home, so same brand, I was like, I'm pretty sure I Googled, after I saw this candle and how cool it was, I Googled to see if it was possible to just buy these candles directly from the website instead of hoping and praying they were going to come to TK Maxx in Australia. And I don't know what the result of that Google search was because I definitely Googled it. I think some of them were available directly through a DW website, but I think it was like a shipping thing. Like either the shipping was too expensive or like it couldn't be shipped to Australia. So obviously I was like, well, that was a nice idea. Like that's a really cool candle. That would have been a really like cute thing to get for myself leading up to Halloween. But I was like, okay, we'll just have to accept the fact that TK Maxx does not compare to TJ Maxx, right? I also will say, I feel like a lot of the things we get at TK Maxx are like barely below retail price. Anyway, it is the candle that looks like a stack of VHSs. Okay, so we have got the Tutor of Terror. Oh, and the little tagline is extra credit if you survive. Then we've got Clowns on Campus and Vampires in the Attic, and the top is like a little VHS, and then you have Candle. Now, the scent of the candle initially wasn't my favorite, but the longer I've sat with it, the more I like it. It is called it is Perfectly Sweet Vanilla Bean Infused Golden Caramel. Wait. This isn't even like a list of scents. This is a fucking like introduction to this scent. Perfectly Sweet Vanilla Bean Infused Golden Caramel is glazed over a big bowl of freshly made buttery popcorn. I'm still not saying that sentence right because like it just doesn't make sense to me for like what this is. Anyway, the actual candle itself, I should say, is only like that square section. This is all hollow, but it still says it has a 43-hour burn time, and I just think this is the fucking cutest candle ever. I'm so fucking excited for it. And the very last thing I got from TK Maxx is initially not something I was looking for. Oh, it opens with a hinge. Oh, okay, that is so much fucking cooler. Because I actually didn't look at the mechanics of this. It is a photo frame, but it is like, can you see? It's like this golden part is the frame and the rest is just glass. The actual photo I'm going to have to put in is going to have to be cut to this dimension, which I'm fine with doing. I just think that like, also, I love the picture that's already in there. I'm probably, in all honesty, going to like cut that little part off and use this in my junk journal or something because I think it is a really cute picture. But this to me is just like, I'm not that bitch and I hate using this word, but like this is aesthetic as fuck. Like there were so many types of frames with like these sort of gold edges and glass, and I was like, I'm gonna have to not go crazy. Oh my god, unhinged. Unhinged. Do you know what I just read on the back? I'm gonna like show you guys. What the fuck is going on, America? It literally says, okay, California Proposition 65 warning. This product contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. What the fuck? What? Now I'm scared. Why? That's unhinged. Anyway, we're just gonna be swiftly long. I don't really want to think about that, to be honest with you guys. Next I'm not gonna show you like the whole thing because I'm real lazy, but I bought a pair of overalls. I'm doing an Amberlynn Reed show of what's happening. So full length blue denim overalls, sustainably made. We love that. Didn't say what it's made of though. But either way, these were originally, nope, that is a sale price. These were originally $40, then marked down to $35, then marked down to $20. So I got these for $20. But she also did Well, I don't have the receipt. She also marked these down. I think they were marked as 25 and it's marked as $20 and I paid like $16 or $17. But these are really, really cute. The last pair of overalls I bought was also from Best and Less, but they're like not full length and they're very loose and like they don't have these like buckles and you can't really adjust the straps. There's straps that you have to tie, and the wash is a very light blue, so they are more of like a very summery overall to me. These are more transitional, more like a winter to spring situation. So I got those. I'm really, really good at this video thing, if you can not tell. And then I got this shirt. Now, I don't know how to explain. I'm going to have to find the material on here to tell you guys. What? Oh, I got an extra little button. I love when brands do that. This is from the brand Edited. ed.it.ed. Now, this was made in China. Okay, cool. It is viscose, and polyester, but it feels so lovely. So this was before all the markdowns. This was originally $30, then marked down to $20, and then marked down to $15. And then today when I went to the register, she marked it down from 15 to 20 for some reason. So this is, first of all, this is a size 18, guys. I literally said to my mom, so me and my mom went into the fitting rooms to try clothes on. And originally I picked up 20 and I tried it on and I was like, oh cool, I like it, I'll get it. And my mom's like, it's too big for you. And I was like, no, like it's fine. It's meant to be like a boxy fit anyway. And she goes, no, like you should try a size down. So I tried the 18. And not only is it like it fits, but like it fits me well. And I literally said to my mom, I don't think I've been a size 18 since high school. So big goals for me, guys. But it is like, I don't know. It's just a shirt and like it is boxy and it's like a little bit cropped, and I'm so excited to wear this to work because like I don't know what viscose is, but this is like, can you hear it? It's like a really soft, thick material. So usually at work I wear like a really thin like blouse and then usually wear some sort of jacket or cardigan to stay warm. But I think with this, like I won't really need a jacket, maybe like early in the morning, but as the day progresses I think this will be warm enough to wear by itself. So I am obsessed with this shirt. So that was everything I got on the shopping trip with my parents, right? We came home, all was good. I was a little bit nappy, but I didn't take a nap. And then after dinner, I realized I'd been paid. And I'd actually like purchased a book on Facebook Marketplace, but I said to her like, I don't get paid till either Thursday or Friday, so can you put it on hold until then and I'll message you as soon as I get paid? And she said no worries. So after dinner I checked my bank account, realized I got paid. I messaged her to be like, hey, just letting you know that I have been paid now, so whenever you're available for the pickup I can come pick the book up, because she only lives like 10 minutes away from me. And she said, hey, like is tomorrow evening okay? If not, you can come over tonight if you can be bothered. And I was like, of course I can be bothered. But then she was like, is it okay if you come over at around 9, because like I need to put my kids to bed and like all that sort of stuff. And I was like, yep, that's fine. I can go to Big W and pick up my book club book. I was going to do that tomorrow with my brother on the way to getting Starbucks, but I was like, if I've got time to kill now, I'll just go smash it out. So I did. I went to Kmart. Obviously I'd only gone there to pick up the book, the single book club book that I was going to buy. I purchased another book as well, and a couple of other things. First of all, I bought my can of V. I really need to start either getting into the habit of keeping bottles of water in my car or actively remembering, Steph, you're going out and every time you go out you end up getting thirsty, bring water with you, because I'm always thirsty and I never have a drink. So I had to buy that. Then I purchased what I hope and assume is going to be the book club pick, because it is winning the vote right now, which is The Wedding People by Alison Espach. Don't know much about this book. I know a woman goes to a resort, I think to grab a ticket and get off at the next stop, if you know what I'm saying. But the resort that she goes to is completely booked out for a wedding, and she ends up talking to the bride and they become friends. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh my god, the font is very little in this book. This was The Wedding People. This was $14. I remember back in my day, this size paperback used to be $12. Okay. I also picked up this book. Now, this author is constantly on my Facebook feed. I do not follow this author. She always comes up as recommended. Her book always comes up in recommendations for me, and they sound good. So I took another leap of faith. Today's been a day of taking leaps of faith. We're trying snail mucus. We're trying new books. It is called A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows by Holly Renee. I don't know much about this. I know that it's like a arranged marriage situation. And she hates him, but then she ends up not hating them. It kind of reminded me of the first Married to Magic book, if I'm being honest. This book was $14. It was $16. Why different pricing, Kmart? They're the same size book. And like, I know that may not make sense to people. Like, I'm sure in other countries and other stores, the value of the book is not placed on its size, but in department stores it usually is. So, suspicious. Then the last thing I got from Kmart are 2 small photo frames. Ding! These were, I think, $2 each. $2.50 each. My plan for these is, let's see if I can do this. See those 2 spaces? There's one next to Prison Mic and there's one just underneath Prison Mic. I want to fill those up with little cross stitches that aren't going to take me like more than a couple of weeks. So if I can find some designs I like on Etsy, some patterns I like that'll fit into these little frames, like one like this, they will fit into those spots. So I preemptively purchased these. I think one of the cross stitches I want to do is going to be from Midsummer, and I don't know what the other one's going to be just yet. Maybe something bookish, I don't know, but they're gonna have to be small to fit in these frames. Not necessarily, because actually they can fit in this section, or they can fit in this little white section, or they can fit in the big white section. So there's a couple of options for sizes, but I don't know what's going to go in them yet. I just bought them because I think it's always good to have just basic white frames, especially because every frame on this wall, I'm pretty sure, except for that big painting and that big painting in the corner next to Prison Mic, oh, and my Van Gogh print at the very top, they are all framed from Kmart. I'm pretty sure all of them are. So that was my Kmart run. And then after Kmart, I messaged the person on Facebook being like, hey, like, I'm heading over now. And I got there and she gave me the book I purchased. So I will just say, spoilers for the Afterlight August book. Dating disasters was the theme. This is the blurb if you want to read it. If not, that is fine. But I saw this book, or I went onto the Illumicrate website, I looked at the August book, and I was like, oh, dating disasters sounds fun. So then I read the synopsis and I was like, I just want to know what the fucking book is, because it obviously doesn't say the book on the website. Sorry, I should have done that. So I googled the synopsis and it came up with the book, and I was like, I read from that author before. I loved the book that I read from that author before. Yes, I'm here for it. So no more spoilers, no more spoiler-free section. I'm just going to tell you guys. It is The Build a Boyfriend Project by Mason Diva. Now, Mason Diva, I believe, is a non-binary author. And their first ever published book, so it was their YA debut. This is technically their adult debut. It was called I Wish You Were Here, and I loved that book. And the only reason I donated it was because I wanted it to be read by more people and by younger people. But this was an adult book, and guess who's an adult? This girl. So we have got our beautiful cover, some gold foiling, fun. Our back cover, oh, fun. We have got a fun naked hardcover. We've got some fun sprayed edges. Sorry, I thought I felt something on my knee. We've got beautiful end pages. Oh, cute. And then what else do we have? Do we have a little author's note at the start, and an author's digital signature. See, I just feel like maybe I'm becoming really spoiled. I just feel like in book subscription boxes, they are typically, excuse me, they're typically physical signatures, no? A bit weird. Anyway, so that was everything I purchased today. All the things I spent my money on. I have not read a single page more of Nothing Like the Movies. Haven't read a single fucking page, guys. Maybe I'll do that now. That could be a good idea. Okay, bye. So just a quick update, my dudes. It is 1:30 a.m. so it is technically Friday now. Do you think I have read anything? No, I have not read. I have not picked up nothing like the movies. I have not done anything. I've literally just watched YouTube, played games on my phone. I did... What did I do before? Oh, I did retype up my work notes every few weeks. I go through like my actual notebook and I type out the notes and reprint them, so I have like a little reference book for work. That's literally all I've done since the last update. So I haven't done anything, but I am going to start a little mini cross stitch for myself. I'm planning on doing a ghost face cross stitch. I did a ghost face cross stitch for someone a couple years ago, and I always planned on doing one for myself and just never got around to it. So I'm going to do that, and then once that's done, I will look at a couple of other cross stitch patterns on Etsy. I do want to do a midsummer one for sure, and I think I'm going to do, I don't know, something else. So guys, it is Friday night, 7:30. And today kicked my ass. Nothing even happened. I'm just so sad. And there's no reason for it. Literally nothing's happened. But I've just been so sad today. And it's a little bit harder for me to swallow because I know no one actually cares. Like, I used to be fine when I was in a sad moment because I would think, you know, it's not gonna last forever, and tomorrow I'll wake up and everything will be fine. And I used to really try and hold on to that, but right now I don't feel like it's gonna be fine. I think I am really struggling right now, and it's really hard for me to stay motivated to do anything or to stay awake when I feel like this. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna do the smart person thing. I think I'm going to try to have a shower, see if that clears my head a little bit or improves my mood. I'd love to read for the rest of the night and cross stitch and be productive, but all I want to do in this very moment is to lie down and just go to sleep and hopefully feel better when I wake up. But I'm trying not to do that. Sometimes I just feel really alone, and I know a lot of people feel like this and go through this, and I wish I had some words of advice, like, it's okay, that feeling doesn't last forever, and like, everybody has someone that cares about them. But when people show you they don't care repeatedly, it's really hard to think that there's going to be better days ahead. But it's fine because I know patterns and I know that this is not going to feel like this forever. I just, like, right now, I don't want to have a shower. I don't want to have to brush my teeth before I go to bed tonight, and I don't even want to go see Troy tomorrow because I would rather just stay in bed all night and cry, and I don't want to go to work on Monday. I want to call in sick. You know what? I want to quit, and I want to light all my books on fire because I don't want to feel this sad. I'd rather feel anything but this sad. Whatever. Hey, I did in fact go have a shower. And look, I'm not crying anymore. So that's really great. Good for me. Happy days. No, in all seriousness, I'm still not, like, happy. Like, I definitely, like, would still rather not go to Troy tomorrow. Still rather sleep and be a grumpy octopus. Fuck me. But lo and behold, having a nice warm shower, I washed my hair, which my hair did need to be washed, but I usually wash on Sundays. Today's only Friday. But I think having, like, a long shower, like a proper full hair wash condition shower, was probably the best thing for me, because while I was in the shower I sang my feelings out. set up my playlist. I'm not going to tell you what it's called, but I did set up a playlist and I sang all my feelings out. So I do feel slightly better. I'm not on the brink of crying anymore, so that's really good. And I do feel slightly more motivated. Fuck, man. Ah! No, you're supposed to get knots. You start at the bottom and you work your way up, but the bottoms of my hair are never tangled. It's always this section. Anyway, that's irrelevant. I did read a little bit before. I did read some of Nothing Like the Movies right before dinner, which was right before my sadness kicked in. I'm having a lot of pain right now, guys. Derp. Her derp. Okay, now my plan is, because like my hairline never straight, like this, my part, it does what it does its own thing. What I'm thinking is, because I'm going to see Troy tomorrow, part of me is like, do my hair straight, just straighten it, split it right down the middle. However, part of me is like, am I really going to want to straighten my hair? Should I be a bit frisky, guys? I might be a bit frisky, and I might do, my thing is, my issue is I don't have a comb. So whenever I'm changing the part in my hair, I'm kind of doing it with my finger and hoping for the best. I'm thinking I want it to be like a proper side part. Ugh, I'm gonna need to go look in a proper mirror. Hold on. So without a parting comb, that is the best I could do. My hope is that it makes like these curls really nice and voluminous, and that these ones just like nice loose waves. It's probably not going to work like that, but we shall see. I haven't had a side part in so long. Like, I'll have an occasion like side part, but I mean, I haven't had a side part in a while, so we'll see how we go. Oh, sweet baby Jesus, I did not realize how fluffy my hair had gotten. Anyway, I'm 3/4 of the way through Nothing Like the Movies, right? Obviously, as you can tell, I've had a resurgence of mood and energy. I don't know what the fuck was going on before. That like wave of sadness just completely fucking washed over me and destroyed me for an hour or so. So that was really fun. Anyway, yes, I'm 3/4 of the way through this book and I'm just so sad. I'm just so sad because I initially thought that Lynn Painter had aged up the characters really well. That like they were still essentially themselves but had aged. But I'm so angry at the characterization of Wes in this book. He is not the Wes from the first book. And I don't really care, like, if someone's going through some tough shit and, like, their life is shit and everything's crap and they just, like, want to protect everyone around them. If you lied to someone, you lied to them, okay? You lying to someone shows that you literally don't respect them enough to tell them the truth. Or you don't respect them enough to treat them like an adult or to give them information and let them decide what they do with it. I fucking hate liars. I'm not gonna get into that because I used to be friends with someone who was pathological. And yeah, I hate Wes in this book so fucking much, and I'm so sad because I don't think there is a way for this book to turn around. I am getting so annoyed and frustrated, and I know that this is like a rom-com. I know how it's gonna end, but yeah, this book is probably gonna get like a 2.5 star, which is so sad because the first book is a 5 star. I just wish that Lynn Painter hadn't done Wes so dirty. I wish that there was a reason for the breakup that wasn't just Wes being a lying piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of the same way I feel about the Housemaid trilogy by Freddie McFadden. Spoilers for that as well, FYI. But in the third book, Enzo's character is not the same Enzo from the first 2 books. In the third book, Enzo, I would almost say, is patronizing to Millie the entire time. Oh, you stupid little woman. Don't think too much. Just relax. Oh, it's not as bad as that. Oh, you think I'm flirting? I'm not flirting. And is just so different from the Enzo in the first book, right? That's how I feel about Wes in this book. Because I feel like, hasn't really acknowledged just how much he broke Libby's heart by breaking up with her. He's talked about how it was really difficult for him, but he didn't want to drag her down and he didn't want her to be stuck with a loser, and he's finally in a better place in his life and he misses them and he loves her and he's going to win her back. And the entire time I'm like, Wes fully does not grasp how much he's hurt her. Like, I sympathize so much with Libby, and the only thing that's annoying me is that I'm a very strong person, but if someone had lied to me, if someone had said to me, to my face, I'm breaking up with you, I don't think we should be together anymore, I think we've run our course, and I was like, okay, they're going through a hard time, they're just saying that because they think they know what's best for me. And then I went to kind of confront them and try and make things better, and then they said, yeah, no, I've actually been cheating on you as well. And then 2 years after the fact, they come back to me and say, oh yeah, I didn't actually want to break up, I only did it because I thought it was best for you, and I didn't actually cheat on you, I only said that so you'd get over me faster. Thank you for finally telling me the truth after 2 years, but that doesn't mean we're getting back together. And I really want Libby to be like, he still lied. He still lied. He took my decisions out of my control. But instead, I think she's going to fall for it. And I'm angry. I'm an old, bitter lady. And I know that these characters are like 20 years old. So I shouldn't be this enraged and incensed by this book. But Libby deserves better. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I am going to finish this book tonight, but I'm not going to be happy about it. Okay, friends, it is almost midnight, and I did finish Nothing Like the Movies. And obviously, I'm not going to give this a high rating. Like, it ended basically the way I thought it would, and I didn't really like how we got there. I think this is a duology that definitely could have just stayed as a standalone. Or conversely, this could have been its own separate novel. I don't know why we needed to make these two characters Liz and Wes. I really hate that this book happened. Similarly to The Housemaid is Watching, which I referenced before, I don't like the way the characters transformed between one book and the next. Maybe some people out there will like this. I understand, obviously, that relationships can change as people change as they get older and they experience different things in life, but I mean, just personally, there are things that Wes did that I just could not get past. If I was Libby and she just got past them by the end, because fiction. And I wasn't, loving this book. So I don't know if I'm going to unhaul it. I probably won't for the moment. But honestly, giving it a 3 stars feels too generous. I'm going to give it a 2.5. 2.5 stars as like an average. Like, this would have been a good book if it wasn't about Liz and Wes. This would have been a bad book if it was written by someone other than Lynn Painter. Those things combined, I'm averaging out to a 2.5 star. So that's probably the only thing I'm going to read tonight. I would love to say I'm probably going to start another book soon and then I'll update you tomorrow, but I'm probably not going to read anything else tonight. I can't see that happening. So I'm going to write up my book review for this and I'm going to rate it on Goodreads and Storygraph because I still use both of them. Then I think I'm going to try and continue working on this cross stitch. So this is the beginnings of my Ghostface stitch, which I think Ghostface is potentially going to go into the rounded frame that I bought yesterday. We'll see how we go with that. But yeah, this is literally like 20 minutes that I put into this. Not much at all. So it'll be a very quick cross stitch to finish. Maybe watch some YouTube videos. Maybe, big maybe start a new book, but I have no idea what it would be because ideally I would read The Long Walk next, but I'm really not in the mood for The Long Walk. I think it might just make me like as sad as I was before. So I haven't decided. I don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully I'll remember to update you guys because today was just not a day for updating. We'll talk soon. Happy Saturday morning, my dudes. It is about 10 o'clock. I've just put a load of washing on. I've got my little coffee in my little pumpkin mug. I've got a cat in front of me who is licking his bum. Love it. And I want to read something before I start getting ready to go out later today. Ollie, you are so cute. You're so cute. Even when you're exposing your entire bum hole to me. I really don't know what I want to read. I know for a fact I do not want to read The Long Walk right now. I don't know why. I just don't feel like The Long Walk is going to be good for me. I think it's going to like really make me depressed. Similarly, Binding 13. I don't know if I'm ready to commit to such a long book. I know I said that those were the 2 other books I wanted to read this weekend, but I'm like part intimidated and partly just not interested right now. So I don't know what I'm going to read. I genuinely have no idea. I've got so many books on Audible, so I might just do a little scroll through and see if anything sounds good to me right now. But in this very moment, while I drink my coffee and cuddle with my kitty cat, I think I'm just going to catch up on some YouTube and we'll go from there. Friends, I am ready to go to Troy. Look at my cute as mesh sleeves. I feel like the lighting isn't great. But yes, here we are. So we're wearing jeans, my new jeans, my shoes, a Little Life t-shirt that was a botch from Redbubble, my cute mesh sleeves, and I think I'm ready to go.
They're sort of looking after it, but it was more of like, we had this meeting and my manager and the big manager was like...
Okay, so I just got back into my car after seeing Troy and getting an Uber back to my car. It was really fucking good, guys. I think it's at the Malt House until the 25th of September. So if you are at all interested in the Trojan War, Achilles, Patroclus, like if the Song of Achilles is your favorite book, if you ever watched the miniseries Helen of Troy, like I did, if you have a thing for mythology, it was such a fucking good play. Like, I don't have words. There was a bit towards the end where there was like randomly some singing thrown into it that like didn't really match the vibe of the rest of the play, but for the most part, like, I was enthralled. Like, I was fucking obsessed. Cassandra was like so tragic and hilarious. Achilles and Patroclus, my sweet boys, like I almost cried. It sent me back into my Song of Achilles spiral, and it makes me want to reread the Song of Achilles, which I'm probably not going to do, but I really want to. And just Clytemnestra and Agamemnon and their daughter, which wild, they like kind of, from my understanding, tweaked the mythology between Agamemnon and sacrificing his daughter, which was kind of cool. I really fucking loved it, so I think everyone should go see it. Also, I don't think we've actually had... Oh, my eye makeup. Oh, it held on. Oh no, sorry, I'm giving you a great shot. When did that happen? So at some point in the night... Well, now we just look like a hot mess express. At some point in the night, I could feel my eyelashes sticking to my lid, but that doesn't make any fucking sense. Anyway, apart from that, we are looking fine. Okay, I'm gonna drive home now because like I've got a 40-minute drive home. And then maybe I'll read something. Maybe I'll read something Greek mythology adjacent. Okay, it is around 10:30. I am home. I have not taken off my makeup yet because I cannot be bothered in this very moment. I just want to like tuck into my dinner, which we got 7-Eleven onigiri. I don't care what anyone says about 7-Eleven sushi. Like, onigiri is the shit. Yeah, back to what I was saying in my car an hour ago. I fucking adored seeing that performance. It was really cool. I think it was the director. He came out on stage beforehand and he was like, look, this is a preview, so if something doesn't go right, we might just like stop, reset, and then keep going, but like, hope you guys enjoy it, blah 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 blah. I have no words. It was so well done. There was like sand and there was fire, and it was just chef's kiss. It actually really reminded me, because obviously, well, it's not obvious, we follow Cassandra a fair amount. I would say she's like, maybe not the main character, but she is kind of the character that ties everything else together. And by the end, she was like, no one understands me, like no one fucking knows what I'm saying, and she kind of just rolls with it. It really reminded me of the book Shit Cassandra Saw. It makes me really want to reread the titular story of that collection, which I might do later tonight. I also have the best of intentions of filming my August wrap up, but it's gonna be here, like this. Is that okay for a wrap up? I usually film my wrap ups in front of my bookcase, but as you can see, there's crap in front of my bookcase. Oh, doy. I also wanted to do a junk journal about Troy. So I don't know if you guys, I don't think have I ever shown a junk journal on this channel? Maybe I have. I have a junk journal that, well, I've always have at least one running. This one so far seems to just be like things I've seen, like performances I've seen and stuff like that. So, or like times I go out with my family. So the first double page spread we have is Beetlejuice. So I've got like my receipt, my ticket. That was from a piece of merch, I think. And then I've got Hadestown. Same thing. I've got my ticket, photos I took on the day. We've got Hadestown the second time, the Lord of the Rings musical, Hedwig and the Angry Inch, 1984, Beetlejuice the second time, and my first book club meeting. And other bits I haven't added in just yet. So I do want to do a page or double page spread on Troy, but do I have time to do that tonight? Here's my plan, right? I'm going to eat my dinner, watch some YouTube, probably take my makeup off, or record my August wrap up, which I'm hoping is going to be a very short video, then take my makeup off, then junk journal. I don't know. I will keep you guys updated as things happen. Hopefully things do happen. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, Jip Jip. Are you a beautiful girl? Yes. Yes, you are. I did only go to Big W for a single book, which they did have. I'm actually surprised. I only wanted to pick up Kill Creatures by Rory Power because I loved Wilder Girls and this cover is beautiful. So we thought we'd give it a shot. Okay. Then I also picked up Our Last Resort by Clements. I don't know how to pronounce his last name because this was on my Amazon wish list. I have not read The Quiet Tenant, but I have high hopes for it, so I wanted to pick up this one as well. The next one is a book I wanted to read for a while, but I haven't owned it. So I decided to pick it up because it is a hardcover with sprayed edges and it is The Games Gods Play. So, excitement. But, so, I saw Catabasis, but I saw the paperback and I was like, I'm not going to buy the paperback because I know that when I do eventually read it and love it, I'm going to want to buy the deluxe sprayed edges edition. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna have to buy the special edition online. And then they had this little setup of like sprayed edges books, and guess what I found, boys? I found Catabasis. Now I'm very excited for it, even though I've never read an R.F. Kuang, but I'm sure I'm gonna love it. So now we're gonna go home. Okay, I am home. I'm about to have a very sad lunch of tuna and rice. Exciting stuff. Then I need to have a shower, wash my face. My hair is fine. I know it doesn't look it, but it's fine. And then I need to fold my clothes that I washed yesterday, and then I'm going to start reading something, maybe, probably, hopefully. I genuinely did not think I would read anything today. I just haven't really been in the mood to read the last few days. I don't know why, which is really unfortunate, seeing as this is a reading vlog. But tonight I started and finished The Long Walk in its entirety. I just sat there and I just read it, like read the whole thing. So part of the reason I reread this now is because obviously the movie's coming out in I think a week or two, so I wanted to reread it to prepare myself for seeing the movie. But I also have been wanting to reread this because for a long time there, this was my favorite book. Like, I read this book every single year for a couple of years, for at least I think 5 years, and I haven't read it in at least 6 years, 7 years, so I thought it was probably time for a reread. Now I will say, the only reason this doesn't like hold up, the only reason I'm not giving it a 5-star is because I know the story so well. Like, I have read it so many times. I'm very aware of the characters. There are no plot twists. Like, nothing surprises me about this book. So I think maybe it's a 4.5-star as opposed to a 5. But I mean, it is a really, really dark book. And there were a lot of things actually this time that, with a 29-year-old lens instead of having a teenage lens, I picked up on a few more things that I was like, huh, like things I don't remember. I genuinely did not remember anything about Garrity's father. There were a couple of hints here and there about what was going on there. And now, I guess as a 29-year-old, which is really bizarre, this book follows 100 teenage boys. But as a teenager, I didn't understand this book as much as I do as an adult. Obviously, it's written by an adult, but you know what I mean? Like, I just found myself relating to it a lot more as an adult than when I was a teenager. Man, Garrity, and I will say, I listened to some of this on audio, and the person who narrated it said McVries. I've always said McVries. Like, I've always said McVries, and I think it's McVries. I don't know. Someone confirm if you know. But their friendship / bromance / whatever they are, it gets me every time, man. So either way, 4.5 stars for this. I'm really glad that I actually read a book today because, yeah, I was not not in the mood to read at all. And then I decided, you know, stop being such a child, Steph. You have a book channel. Read the books. So, yes, I typically don't read much Monday to Wednesday on my work days, but I'm going to try and start something tomorrow. Maybe not Binding 13. I'm still not emotionally prepared for that, but I will hopefully pick up a book tomorrow after work. And I don't think I'm going to keep you updated again until Thursday. Again, like what happened with last week, just by Sunday, I just like stopped caring about the video. So yeah, I don't know if I should do a Thursday to Saturday situation. Also, fun little heads up, I probably won't be vlogging a shit ton next weekend. Next weekend on the Friday night, I'm watching The Conjuring 1 and 2 with my friend Bobo just at his house. Then the Saturday, we're watching The Conjuring 3 at his house, and then going directly to the drive-ins to watch the newest Conjuring movie. So that's 2 of my weekend nights when I would typically read the most, not reading. So I don't think there'll be much vlogging next weekend, if any at all. Let's try and get some vlogging done maybe on a Thursday. Apart from that, I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see you next weekend, hopefully.